Good evening, listeners, and welcome to today's class. Today, we should be looking at a quick approach on how to find the values of the unknowns from these two equations. Number one says y minus 11 root y plus 24 equals 0. That is y minus 11 root y plus 24 equals 0. Looking at this equation, one might likely take it to be the usual linear equation that we know. However, it is not a linear equation because of this root y. So in order to understand clearer the nature of this equation, it is better to make some definitions. And the definition is this. I can say let t equals root y. By making this definition, it helps me to replace root y with t wherever place I see it in this equation. And of course, we know that if t equals root y, it implies that t raised to power 2 equals root y all raised to power 2. And by raising this square root to power 2, it cancels it off. And we are left with that t raised to power 2 equals y. Equally, by making this definition, it helps me to use t raised to power 2 in place of y wherever place I see it in this equation. And as such, this equation 1 becomes, in place of y, I'm going to write t raised to power 2 minus. Here I have 11. In place of root y, I'm going to write what? T plus 20 what? 4 equals 0. By looking at what we have now, it is very clear that we are dealing with a quadratic equation. And by using the usual factorization method we know, we are going to look for two possible numbers with which to multiply, or two possible numbers to multiply together to get plus 24. But when we add the numbers together, we get minus 11. And then the two possible numbers are minus 8 and minus 3. This is because minus 8 times minus 3 equals minus times minus plus 8 times 3, 24. So we can see that the product of minus 8 and minus 3 is 24. Then we run a check for the minus 11. Then we have that minus 8 plus minus 3 equals. Of course, in mathematics, plus minus is minus. Therefore, what we have here is minus 8 minus 3, which of course is minus 11. Therefore, this equation can be written like this, that this is t raised to power 2 minus 8t minus 3t plus 24 equals 0. This equation and this equation are the same thing. The only thing there is that this minus 11t has been broken down into minus 8t and minus 3t, which if you sum together returns you to minus 11t. By grouping them in twos, we have this and this and this and this. In order to factorize this equation, we are going to factorize them bracket by bracket. And in each bracket, we are going to look for a common factor. That is, a number that can divide each term without a remainder. And looking at the first bracket, the number that can go into two of them without remainder is t. So I will now bring that t outside and open a bracket. T raised to power 2 divided by t is t minus 8t divided by t is 8. Close the bracket. The sign I have here is what? Minus. I'm equally going to look for the number that will be able to divide 3t and 24 without remainder. And of course, the number is 3. We open a bracket. 3t divided by 3 is what? T minus times plus minus. 24 divided by 3, 8. You close the bracket. This equals 0. If you look now, what I have in this bracket and what I have in this bracket are the same thing. So we are going to take t and minus 3 and any of the two brackets. That is, I'm going to take t minus 3, open and close, open again, and any of these two brackets, which is t minus 8. This equals 0. Of course, when we have equations like this in mathematics, it implies that it is either that t minus 3 is 0 or that t minus 8 is 0. That is, that t minus 3 equals 0 or that t minus 8 equals 0. And of course, by collecting like terms in these equations, we can agree that t equals 3 or that t equals 8. However, we are not told to find the value of t. Instead, we are asked to find the value of y. So we return where we made definitions earlier. Recall that we say that t raised to power 2 equals y. So we now say recall that t raised to power 2 equals y. And we are able to find the value of t to be 3 or 8. Therefore, 3 raised to power 2 equals y, or 8 raised to power 2 equals y. And of course, 3 raised to power 2 is 9 equals y, or 8 raised to power 2 is 64 equals y. Therefore, the two possible values of y that can satisfy this equation 1 are 9 and 64. Thank you very much for following us as we provide the solution of this equation 1. I want to believe that you understood it. Where you have a challenge or you have questions, you can drop it in your comment section. So let us now go over to equation 2 and be able to find the value of the unknown letter A. That is. So permit me to wipe the board now. Equation 2 says root A plus 12 equals 2 plus root A. We are going to bring all the terms in A at the left hand side and be able to do some mathematical expression in it to enable us evaluate its value. And by so doing, what we are going to have is root of A plus 12 minus, bringing this one over here, root of A equals 2. By squaring both sides of this equation, I have open and close squared, open and close squared. And of course, this thing now can be expanded this way. Root of A plus what? 12 minus what? Root A. Open and close, open again. Root A plus 12 minus root of A equals 4. Because 2 raised to power 2 is 4. By multiplying out these brackets, we are going to use the first term in this first bracket to multiply everything, all the terms in the second bracket, and at the end, we are equally going to use the second term in this first bracket to multiply all the terms in the second bracket. And by so doing, we have that root A plus 12 times root A plus 12 is A plus 12. And root A plus 12 times minus root A is minus root A plus 12 by A. We equally have minus here, so I'll put minus here. Root A multiplying this root A plus 12 will equally give us root of A plus 12 all by this A. Here I have minus, here I have minus. Minus times minus plus. Root A times root A is what? A. This is equals 4. Of course, there is a here and there is a here. So I have it to be 2a plus 12. This is minus root a plus 12a. This is minus root a plus 12a. Then what I have becomes minus 2 root a plus 12a equals 4. Of course, this is a number and this is a number, and they can be brought together. And by so doing, what I have becomes 2a minus 2 root of a plus 12a equals 4 minus 12. So this is equally going to be 2a minus 2 root of a plus what? 12a equals minus 8. Of course, here I have 2 can go into this term, 2 can go into this term, and 2 can go into this term. So by writing it that way, I have that this is all over 2, this is all over 2, this is all over 2. And this is gone, and I have a minus. These two here and these two here, I am left with root of a plus 12a equals. This is 1 and this is 4. I have minus 4. I can equally keep the one that contains letter alone at the left hand side, and I have minus root of what? A plus 12a equals minus 4 minus a. Okay. Now, because of this minus sign that is here, it will have effect on this minus and minus, and they become plus. So what I have becomes root of what? A plus 12a equals 4 plus a. By squaring both sides of the equation equally, I have root of a plus 12a all raised to power 2 equals 4 plus a all raised to power 2. And of course, this square cancels this square root, and I'm left with a plus 12 all a equals 4 plus a into 4 plus a. A times a raised to power 2 plus a times 12, 12a equals 4 times 4, 16 plus 4 times a, 4a plus a times 4, 4a plus a times a raised to power 2. Of course, I have a raised to power 2 at the left hand side. I have a raised to power 2 at the right hand side. So this will cancel this. So I'm left with 12a equals 16 plus 4a plus 4a is what? 8a. This one is in a, this one is in a, so I can bring this 8a to the left hand side of the equation, and it becomes 12a minus 8a equals 16. 12a minus 8a is 4a equals 16. By dividing both sides of the equation with the coefficient of a, we have all over 4, all over 4. This 4 will cancel this 4, 1, cancel this 1, 1. I'm left with what? A equals 4 cancel itself 1 into 16 is 4. Therefore, the value of a that can satisfy this expression is 4. And of course, you can easily come here to run a check. Running a check here means that you have that root of what? A plus 12, root of a plus 12 equals 2 plus root what? A. Now we have got that the value of a is 4, so it becomes root of 4 plus what? 12 equals 2 plus root of 4. 4 plus 12 is what? 16, and root of 16 is what? 4. This equals. Here is what? 2. Root of 4 is equally 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So what we have at the left hand side and what we have at the right hand side are all the same. Thanks once more for following us as we provide solutions to this equation 2. And we plead with you that if you enjoyed the class, that you can help us like, comment, and share, and equally follow us up as we continue to provide you some tips on how to solve some little but difficult mathematics equations from now. Thank you very much.